Hi everyone again. So back with a bit of a roundup after now having the machine for what, around 5-6 weeks. So just going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and go through some pain points. But on the whole, this is still very much a very good machine. It's the first iteration we're seeing of this, so I am excited of what we're going to see in the future from Meraki. So what do we love? So obviously the dual scales, really good. So you got your grinder, that's absolutely fantastic. That's way better than my last machine. Really good, near enough commercial grade grinder. So you grind your coffee, it weighs your beans out into there, and then you've got your other scale on here, which as your coffee comes through, you get the output weight as well, which is really good. Frother, the steamer, really good. It's almost too powerful. I have to have it on the mild setting just to get it to steam the milk how I like it. Everyone will be different on that front. On the accessories, really just slight criticism and bugbear is the wood finish, very easily marked and scratched. I think it's just a wrap rather than actually wood. But again, that's just a minor criticism. I think if we're getting into some of the criticisms of this, one thing that's quite common, because we've got the Meraki Owners Club, that there's people are getting soupy pucks. And I've experienced that myself, and it doesn't matter what I do to the settings, how fine I grind it, how coarse I grind it, how much, 18 grams, 20 grams, there's always just like a thin layer of water on the top. And I am using a screen. They buy this off Amazon. So I am using quite a thick, decent, puck screen. But I still get soupy pucks. That said, the coffee tastes great, and the extractions coming through like that 25 to 30 seconds time. So is it that much of a problem? No. The one thing I am looking at is getting a slightly smaller basket to fit this. Maybe that'll solve that issue completely. And then the only other thing that I would mention is the lack of, in the water tank, we've got no filter in there. And at this moment in time, there doesn't seem to be a solution to descale the machine, which leaves a lot of us wondering what issues are going to come down the line when we have this machine for 6 months, a year, from a descaling and cleaning it point of view. Not to say that it won't, but I haven't seen yet if it's going to give me a warning that this machine needs cleaning. My previous one, after you had extracted so many shots, I got to a certain point, you did get a warning that you had to do the back flush or a run through to clean the group head as well. Again, one thing that was just only a slight annoyance, that this is connected to Wi-Fi, but when we had the recent clock changes, it didn't change the clock, it didn't update the clock settings. I had to manually change it. So, connected to Wi-Fi, you thought that would have done it itself. Another good thing, I guess, the coffee sense, I think they are onto something there. It'll only get better as time progresses, but I did get some of the coffee beans from, who were these from? Origin Coffee. And they did and do as well as I'd have hoped. So as you know, you just scan on there. Oh, gone to sleep. There we go. Comes up, changes the temperature, tells you how many grams of coffee, and it gives you the suggested grind size, which you adjust. I did set it as per what it says, but sadly, I didn't get the results you'd expect. And I think there's just too many variables for it to be perfect, because you get your beans, are you a week past the roasted date, 2 weeks, that makes a difference. So I think there's some tweaks to happen to there, but I do think they're onto something, and I think moving forward that will only improve. Another thing I didn't talk about last time was the ability to have pre-infusion. So if you do like to pre-infuse your coffee, there are settings on there, so you can set the bar, you can set the amount of time that you want the pre-infusion to last, and then your normal run will go through to run through the coffee cycle. One thing I would like to see on here, because like the milk one, you've got the option to have mild, medium, and so on, whereas on the water spout, where the water comes out of the back there, it would be nice if this could be controlled. It's quite aggressive. Depending on what cup you're using, you get some splashback and it going everywhere. It'd be nice to be able to control that pressure or speed in which it comes out. Again, just a small tweak, which maybe they'll be able to do, I don't know. So on the steam ones, when you have this on, once that's finished, there is a nice button here which gives it a little clean there, which is really good. Would be nice if, again, similar with the water, when you've poured your coffee, you could press a similar button that gives it a little quick little, amount of water, flushes through just to get rid of any coffee residue, things of that nature. So it'd be good if it had that on there as well. For me, from an accessories point of view, I'd like to see if you could buy a spare hopper. I don't change my coffee that much, but I do have decaf. So it'd be good if I could just have, my decaf on the side. And when I want to swap to, full-blown coffee shop, just take my full and pop it back on there. So I'm keeping an eye out for the accessories, because I would buy another one of those just for that reason, just for pure laziness, simplicity, and minimize waste of your coffee beans as well. So yeah, there's not much more to say about it really. It's a very good machine. I'm very happy with it. We do have a Meraki's Owners Club on Facebook, so if you search for that, what's in there's people just sharing any problems they're having, any issues with customer services, because what's going to be key for this company, they're a startup company, they're going to have teething problems, but it's how they solve those problems. You just want quick, honest, reliable aftercare. I've seen a few people where they have been messed around, not too happy, but for me, my experience so far, I'm very happy with it, and I'm very excited to see where this brand takes things going forward. So yeah, let us know in the comments how you've been getting on with your machines. I will put a link to the Meraki Owners Club, so come and join that and share any issues that you're having. People are sharing what accessories they found. There was one in there recently. They think they found a solution for a filter that fits the machine, so that's interesting. So yeah, that's about it for this one. Well done, Meraki, and let's see what you come with in the future.